Hello everyone, Speedrunner 0-18 here, and welcome back to the Pokemon Yellow Speedrun Analysis series, where we see how fast every Pokemon can potentially beat the game after intense routing and grinding. In the last episode we did Alakazam, and it not being able to learn Confusion until level 16, unlike level 1 in Pokemon Red, made Alakazam get a really bad time for a Pokemon of its strength, but still a sub-hour time nonetheless. Before we get to today's episode, here are the rules we'll be doing for this challenge, and they'll be left in the description for future reference. Also, the notes I used for this speedrun will be in the description if you want to use them for anything. Today, we'll be using Gengar. This is the second Pokemon in the Alakazam vs Gengar video Scott's Thoughts plans on redoing, and then I discuss my experiences with the Pokemon to help him plan his runs out. We did Alakazam, now it's Gengar's turn. Unlike Alakazam, Gengar actually starts with 2 attacking moves. What do you think of that? Nightshade is a set damage move, Lick is a pathetic 20 base power move, and Confuse Ray, which should help us get through some tough fights in the beginning. Gengar's base stats are nothing to scoff at either. While Gengar's special is very high, Ghost is physical in Gen 1, so with Gengar's attack stat, it will need to be a special attacker. Let's see how Gengar compares to Alakazam. If you happen to like this series and would like to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps a lot on our journey to 1,000 subs. Now, let's get into it. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go straight to the rival fight. As stated earlier, Gengar only gets Lick and Nightshade for attacks until we get some TMs. While both of these are ghost moves and cannot normally hit normal types, Nightshade does not take into account the types of the opponent, so Nightshade is our way to victory. The plan from here is to just get to Brock as fast as possible. This early on, most of the attacks we'll see are normal and poison type moves. Those moves either do little or no damage at all. What's the point in training if we can't get hit for the time being? I arrive at Brock right after escaping Viridian Forest. I didn't even heal at the center, that's how confident I was. And my confidence was well founded too, since Brock can only damage me with Bide, since Bide ignores type advantages like Nightshade does. But whenever he charges a Bide, I can just use Confuse Ray and he hits himself in confusion. This fight was not hard, unlike Brock's raw hard Pokemon, but I guess that's up for debate. But what isn't up for debate is that no one in Route 3 or Mount Moon even stood a chance against Gengar. The only reason I even healed at the center before and after doing this is to restore power points. Nightshade only has 15 of those, and since Lick does very little in damage, I had to route out Route 3 carefully, so I wouldn't have to use the center until I got to Mount Moon. Then, when I get out of Mount Moon, I heal at the Cerulean Center, but that's basically mandatory for all Pokemon in this game, since you need Cerulean as a war point to help speed things up in the beginning. After doing that, I decided first things first to fight Rival 2. His Pokemon have almost no moves that can hit Gengar besides Peck from his Spearow, but the Rival still has random AI at this point, so he acts like an idiot and gives me the win. Route 24 and 25 were very easy to go through. Like Route 3 and Mount Moon, the hardest part was PP management, which was why I used the Elixir on Gengar. I also forgot to mention I got the TM for Mega Punch in Mount Moon, which allows Gengar to use more moves besides that stupid Lick. Also, I obtained the TM for Seismic Toss. While yes, I already have a set damage move based on level, this TM will be helpful for later, since Gengar can learn both level-based damage moves. You'll see what I mean when I get to that point. After defeating the Innocent Bystander, I go straight into Misty's gym and battle her. The plan here is to spam Mega Punch and the rest of my Nightshade on our 2 Pokemon for the win. If I can stop hitting myself in confusion... You have gotta be kidding me! Give me one moment, please. Anyway, after getting to this point again, I defeat Misty and obtain the Cascade Badge. That was such an awful way to go, but oh well. Gengar doesn't struggle at all in the early game, so it didn't take that long to get back here. After that, I arrive at the SS Sand, get Body Slam to replace Mega Punch since 85% accuracy is just 25% when you need it the most, and I just spam Body Slam on Rival 3. Then I get the HM for Cut, leave the ship, buy some Super Potions and Repels at the Mart, do some bag management, and I fight Surge. I don't even bother healing before this guy since he can only damage me with Thunderbolt, and with my special stat of 86, that is something I don't need to worry about. After getting the bike voucher and Squirtle for Surf and Strength later, I dig back to Cerulean, heal at the center, get the bike, and fight the Route 9, Rock Tunnel, and Route 8 trainers. The first trainer in this gauntlet, the Rapping Lass or the 4-turn Thrash Girl, depending on which community you're from, none of the moves I have can defeat her in one hit, so getting put to sleep or paralyzed could be a problem, but luckily that doesn't happen this time. I also have Thunderbolt on my moveset, which I taught over Lick. This makes the Slowpoke very easy to defeat. On the first female junior trainer in Rock Tunnel, Gengar learns Hypnosis over Confuse Ray. While Hypnosis is very inaccurate, if I need the opponent stalled for, let's say, 3 turns, the odds are better to land a Hypnosis and it stay asleep for 3 turns than to land a Confuse Ray and the opponent hits itself 3 times in a row. That was something I learned in routing, which was why I did not do it the first time. I didn't learn Hypnosis since I thought Confuse Ray would be better, but I eventually ended up changing my mind, since getting hit in confusion over and over again is just way too luck-based and that Hypnosis is better. Anyway, with that out of the way, I arrive at Celadon, heal at the center, and do some shopping. I buy 8 Super Repels, 2 Pokeballs, 1 Freshwater, and the vitamin of the day I choose is Calcium. Gengar's speed is already good and can outspeed almost anything at this point, so I think dealing extra Thunderbolt damage is going to be key in this run. After that, I get Fly and go defeat Rival 4. This guy is sometimes even easier than Rival 3 mainly due to the level jump. You'll have an extra 10 levels gained while his have only gained like 4. The Channeler's Ghastly here don't go down in one hit though, so confusion and paralysis bullshit can screw me over, but luckily that doesn't happen. I then rescue Mr. Fuji, fly to Celadon City, heal at the center, and do the Cycling Road Safari Zone crap. I pick up the rare candy while on Cycling Road, and in the Safari Zone, I pick up the Full Restore, Protein, Gold Teeth, and Surf. I then use the Protein on Gengar, dig out, and go to Saffron City right away instead of fighting Erica. This is because I want to get the TM for Psychic right away, since this is one of Gengar's most powerful moves aside from Thunderbolt. While here, I go into Silphco, and like Alakazam, do the bare minimum needed. It's Rival 5 time. This is the first semi-scary fight in the run since I do need Hypnosis luck to be on my side. Due to the 40% miss chance, I held off using Hypnosis unless I had no other choice. I only put the Sandslash and Kadabra to sleep since I want to avoid Sand Attack and Psybeam. I do get a reset on Kadabra though due to a Hypnosis miss, but luckily I win the second try. Jesse and James and Giovanni are not worth talking about, and I dig out causing several billion Pokédollars in damages, get the TM for Mimic for later, and go fight Sabrina right away. It is also no debate that Sabrina is going to be the hardest gym leader for us to fight. I need to put Abra to sleep, but I missed like 9,000 Hypnosis in a row, and Abra finally landed a Flash. This fight does take a few resets to win. Even though Hypnosis is a trashy move in this game, it's still better than using Confuse Ray and only having a 50% chance to hit itself, while Hypnosis is 60%. After digging out, the next gym leader I squash is Erica and then Koga. Neither of them stood a chance with Psychic. I then get the HM for Strength, use my rare candies on Gengar, and surf down to Cinnabar Island where I do the mansion stuff, dig out, and fight Blaine. While Gengar isn't weak to fire moves, nor especially Braille, Blaine can still be a troll with Confuse Ray at the start. Plus, his team have high crit chances. The plan here is to put Ninetales to sleep, kill it, and just spam Body Slam on everything else. I do Hypnosis the Arcanine so it won't be able to put up a Reflect, making the fight take even longer. Now there is only one gym leader left, and we're only a half hour into this run so far, which is impressive as hell. This would have been Alakazam's pace if it started with Confusion. On Giovanni, since we don't have Levitate since it doesn't exist yet, his ground types can do huge damage to me. So on Persian, I mimic Double Team, put Persian to sleep, set up Double Team, and destroy him from there. I was not going to let his Pokemon get a single hit on me. Now it's time for Rival 6. The plan here is similar to Rival 5, except Sandslash no longer has Sand Attack, so no need to put him to sleep. I just spam moves on everything. While I did get paralyzed by Magneton, I get to his final Pokemon, Flareon, and get defeated with a flamethrower. Dang it. But the next fight, I get defeated with Leech Seed? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, third time's the charm, right? You son of a... Okay, it took me 4 tries to get past him. That was absolutely ridiculous. This is Gengar's main disadvantage compared to Alakazam. He has no healing moves and has to rely on Hypnosis luck. Will this bite Gengar in the ass, or will he beat the spoon-wielding psychic powerhouse? Let's move on to the final 5 trainers. Let's do this shit. On Lorelei, the plain and simple trick is to spam Thunderbolt, and on Slowbro, I mimic Amnesia, use it twice, and continue spamming. I do have to be careful here since Lorelei's good AI will make Slowbro use only Amnesia or Psychic, so there is a good shot we get absolutely destroyed here, but luckily we win first try. On Bruno, his team is a simple Psychic sweep. Do I even need to say it? This guy is just pathetic, and I'm like 5 to 8 lowers level than him. On Agatha, since all of our Pokemon are part poison, Psychic will do the job. But at this point, since I'm low on Psychic, I have to switch to Thunderbolt for some Pokemon to save power points. I probably could have routed in an extra Elixir now that I think about it, but oh well, we're moving on. On Lance, the classic strat for him is to defeat his first 2 Pokemon quickly, mimic the second Dragonair's Ice Beam, and just spam the f*** out of it. That strat is just so satisfying to use. If I can even put this guy to sleep and not die from it. Or from Aerodactyl due to paralysis. What is this guy, Rival 6? He must be since it took me 5 resets to defeat him. Dang. And finally, the champion. Since Sandslash has Earthquake, the champion's good AI will always use it and it'll always be a one-hit. The plan here is to use 1 Hypnosis to put it to sleep. I also mimic Earthquake for a good physical move. Once I get past Sandslash, Alakazam has to be put to sleep since it won't die to 1 Earthquake. After quite a few tries, I get past Sandslash and Alakazam. On Exeggutor, I put it to sleep and spam Seismic Toss. This is what I needed it for, since Earthquake and Thunderbolt won't do enough damage. I've done the calculations. Earthquake, without a critical hit, will do 19 to 23 damage. Thunderbolt does 21 to 25 damage, and Seismic Toss does 54 damage, so Seismic Toss is the best way to go. Then, on Magneton, I use Earthquake, then I Thunderbolt the Cloyster, and then Earthquake to Flareon. Due to the rival's good AI, it will always use Reflect turn 1, so there is no threat of it damaging me. I then beat the champion at a real time of 47 minutes and 46 seconds and a game time at the Hall of Fame of 2 hours and 40 minutes. Those are both very good times, and while Gengar does beat Alakazam, I'm just not satisfied with this time at all. 18 resets is way too many for a Pokemon I want to put on the leaderboard, so I decided to do one more run to aim for less resets, to see what Gengar is truly capable of. And we'll be doing this in the form of a time lapse. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. Gengar ended up finishing the run with a real time of 41 minutes and 26 seconds, and a game time at the Hall of Fame of 2 hours and 36 minutes. While Gengar did get 7 resets, that is way better and around what Alakazam had. I'm way happier with this time, and feel proud to put it on the leaderboard, at first place, way ahead of Gengar. While it may seem like Gengar is faster than Alakazam, but when Scott's Thoughts does his race over again on his channel, he may come up with something new, so we'll just have to wait and see. But on this channel, I'll be starting to go back to Leaf Green runs again. I'll still be releasing yellow runs though until I get a similar HTML setup with GameHook for Leaf Green so it can update in real time and all that stuff. Once I get all that, expect more Leaf Green content. I hope y'all look forward to it. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next speedrun.